goal is to take some action, and to do this, which is to purchase one of our 3 recommended starter kits, which is our Transformation Kit, Life Kit, or Mood Kit. Why do we do this? Again, I know we're all members here, but I do want to remind you, these products are packaged together not for an upsell, but for an intentional strategy, right? Because packaging these products together, a lot of these products have synergistic effects. Meaning you're going to get a more meaningful and a more intentional experience by doing these products versus just, let's say, just defend or just lean greens, right? These are meaningful, and it creates an experience which creates an emotional bond to the product, which is really why we stick with products so much. A lot of us are on the products 9 years later because of a transformation we had 9 years ago. Does that make sense? We still remember what it felt like when we stepped on that scale and saw that first 6 pounds come off, and we're like, 10 years later, you're still using those products. I remember Kathleen sharing a story about how she lost all this weight, and her daughter came up and said, Mommy, why don't you try putting on that wedding ring that you haven't been able to fit on? And that experience, that emotional experience for her, has kept her a loyal product user for 10 years, right? So don't underestimate that experience. So that's to do this. And then again, we pay you that for doing that, right? So it's really simple. This is what we call transactional income. It's a very clear, you do this and you get that. You do this twice, you get this twice. You do a 10x, you get paid 10x. No conditions, no blue people on the left, purple people on the right, 50% here, 75% here. You gotta be qualified this much, but not that much, like nothing. As long as you're an active distributor, an active member in good standings, you do this and you get that. This now truly makes, number one, people like the Tony Gonzalez's of this company, where they're out there just hustling and getting customers and sharing the product. Because let's be honest, statistically speaking, if we talk to 10 people, the odds of us signing up customers over a member are much greater, right? Because it's it's a little bit easier to convince somebody to just try a product versus joining an opportunity. We know that. So somebody in their first 30 days are more likely to sign up customers over members. Now, there are exceptions to this because, you have guys like Angel where their energy is up like through the roof, right? So their excitement and their posture and their confidence sometimes exudes and people sign up to the business. But for the majority of people, they're going to start by becoming customer getters first. And now we have a program that actually rewards you right up front for acquiring those brand new subscribers, right? This also aligns Yoli much more closely to the traditional gig economy opportunities. We talked about this. You guys all know the numbers. 1 in 3 American families are involved in some type of side hustle, right? 1 in every 2 millennial is involved in a side hustle or a gig opportunity, right? Whether that be Uber, Postmates, Lyft. Some people do stuff on Etsy or Amazon fulfillment, whatever it is. People have side hustles. What I love about where we are today, remember we talked about meeting the market where it is today. 10 years ago, when you say, hey, would you like to make an extra stream of income? The idea of having something on the side was kind of seen as a shameful thing, right? It kind of meant that your primary main career wasn't making enough. So nobody wanted to really admit that they needed a side income. And even if you presented it, they're like, no, I'm good, right? But now it's such a commonplace that sort of stigma is gone. People are sort of proud, like, yeah, I have a career and I have 2 side gigs. I have this, I have multiple streams of income. It's not seen the same way it is 10 years ago, so it's a good thing. So why is it that in a world where gig economies and opportunities are so prevalent, why are we not attracting more people into this industry? We are the OG gangster when it comes to gig economy opportunities, right? Think about it. Low barrier to entry, very little skills or prerequisites required. That's why an art student like myself can get involved with no business degree, no marketing degree, no speaking degree, and still kill it and make a great lifestyle over the last decade and a half, right? This industry allows us to do things like that, right? We get flexible hours, you know what I mean? I love seeing, now that we've been in it a decade, people going through the different seasons of their lives. People like the Leslies, right? Who maybe at the beginning of the business was a single entrepreneur with no children and went hardcore 24/7, wake, sleep, breathe, Yoli. Suddenly now married with children, so now she has to juggle the responsibilities of being a spouse, a mother, a caretaker, all while still being a hardcore entrepreneur, right? We see people going through those seasons of life, and knowing that we can still build this business around that, the flexibility of hours is so beautiful, right? So guys, this is the Get This program. This is the beginning parts of our Star Bonus program, which, actually I'll go back real quick. There's more to that Star Bonus program. So Star The Star Bonus program is actually 3 parts. It's 3 pieces to it, right? The first piece is the Star Bonus, right? And it only pertains to these 3 kits, okay? So if you're wondering, what happens if my subscriber or my member buys Lean Greens or, Defend or Truth or Fun? That goes into a traditional first order bonus. You guys remember the old school Fast Start bonus? Same thing, first order bonus. You get 20% bonus on that first initial order, and 80% of the remaining CV goes into the binary tree. Everything old school, same thing, just like the way you remember it. But these 3 specific products will pay out this amount, right? T-Kit at $50, Life and Moon Kit at $25, and 50% of the CV will go through the binary tree, right? That's the Star Bonus, so on initial orders. Now, there's something called the Rising Star Bonus. Now, most of you guys, if you don't know the technical things, please talk to your sponsor, somebody who sponsored you in. But it's based on the 4-week rolling calendar, right? We have an eligible colored week, right? Who's Team Orange? Who's Team Orange? Who's Team Blue? Right? And so we all know that we have like colored weeks that we kind of belong to, and so it's every 28 days, and you have to, that's what your Refer 3 is tied to, you know what I mean? And that's what obviously your Star Bonus is going to be tied to, okay? So it's the same deadline. So in your eligible window, okay, what you want to do is try to qualify by getting 3 new subscriptions or 3 new members or a combination within that eligible window. So within 4 weeks, if you want to really optimize this plan and really maximize the payout, try to at least get 3 a month, right? Shoot for 3. If you want that, like sort of, what is that, Daniel? What's my game plan? What is my minimal game plan? 3 new customers or 3 new members or a combination of both per eligible period, because that's going to then qualify you for something called a Rising Star Bonus. Whatever you earn in those blue bubbles, we're going to double that period, right, for those 3. So let's say you signed up 3 T-Kit customers, that's 50, 50, 50. So you already earned 150. We're going to now double it and give you an additional 150 at the end of the month for your Rising Star Bonus. Let's say, and people say, can I mix and match where I sign up? Absolutely. Let's say you did 1 of each. Let's say you did a Life Kit, a Mood Kit, and a T-Kit. Those are your 3 enrollments. You would get 25, 25, 50 for a total of 100. And if you qualify as a Rising Star, you get an additional what? $100. So we'll double what you get. Now the Rising Star Bonus, here's the cool thing. 3 gets you double. And every multiple of 3 will continue to double that bonus. So shoot for numbers like 3, 6, 9, and 12. Now I'm going to give you a member-to-member strategy. Corporate may not like this. But I want you guys to know, because I'm all about comp plan hacks, right? You guys know I'm looking for all ways to, it's like a game. When I was a little kid and I had Nintendo, I subscribed to Nintendo Power. Because I want to know all the secrets and the ways to get extra parts and the Master Sword and the shortcuts and the warp pipes. That's just been my nature. It's always to study and say, where are the shortcuts? How do I maximize this? All right, so I want to show you how to maximize this. If you're sitting at roughly 5 enrollments at the end of the month, you need to do everything you can to get your 6th enrollment. You need to push for those multiples of 3. Because if you don't, then you're leaving 2 enrollments on the table that's not doubling, okay? Now, if you're at 6th and you have a 7th enrollment ready to go, but hey, it's Thursday at midnight, you got 1 more day of the qualification period, you're like, got 1 more day, and I only got 7. Don't think I'm gonna make 9. What should you do? Wait 1 day, 12 o'clock, then go ahead and put in that 7th app. Because that 7th app now becomes app number 1 or subscription number 1 for your next eligible period. Now corporate staff are like, they're like, no, put it in now. Nope. Let's do 3, 6, 9. And when you get to numbers like 7, right, or your 10, or your 13, and you know you can't push for those last 2, then go ahead and wait for the next period and put it in. Give yourself a jump start into your next period. But remember, baseline, get your 3. Get your 3. And if you want even more of a maximizing experience, right? Because we have options for the kids. And again, you can do any combinations. But let me challenge you to do this. Get minimum 3 on transformation kits. Here's the reason why. If you do 3 on transformation kit, first of all, you want 50, 50, 50, that's 150. We double it for the Rising Star, which is now 300. But guess what you also did in the background? You just also earned your Refer 3. You just unlocked about $300 in Yoli cash. So you've now just, as a transactional gig space worker, as a Tony Gonzalez of the company, got 3 customers experiencing life-changing products, impacting 3 lives, and you just walk away at the end of the month with $600. Guys, like, to give you a little bit of perspective on what this feels like. First of all, the average gig economy worker after 1 year of working, gig average, okay, so there are people that make more, they make about $500 a month, okay? So you are competitive to the average gig space worker. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to remind you, back in the old school days where everything was about go diamond, go diamond, go diamond, go diamond, right? It was all about going diamond. That was really sort of the benchmark for success, right? And so we push people for diamond. You guys remember what the volume requirements for diamond was? 10,000 left, 10,000 right, 2 weeks, 4 blue people on the left, 13 purple people on the left, not this high, not this low, not this wide, right? Lots of conditions to get to diamond. Now, we still want you to go diamond at some point in your business, but 10,000 left, 10,000 right, that's 20,000 points. Let's just assume, we're gonna just assume for a little bit of math right now, we divide that by 200 points, full CV transformation kits. How many transformation kits is that? 100 transformation kits. Sorry, I'm the Asian guy, so I'll do the math. 100 transformation kits. So to be a diamond, you would have to do 100 transformation kits to get paid what? A diamond gets paid what on the binary commission? $1,000. Okay? So do 100 transformation kits, perfectly balanced, perfectly qualified for $1,000, or get 3 transformation kits, qualify for the Refer 3, the Star Bonus, and the Rise Star Bonus, and get paid $600. Tell me which is easier.
That one.
You guys are 60% of what solid diamonds earn. Tony, get 3 customers. You're 60% of a diamond, guys. This is how incredible the perspective of, look, we know ranks are nice, the pins are nice, but I have a saying, you can't take your rank to the bank, right? You can't go, oh, I'm a double blue diamond, I'd like to finance this new home. They're like, what? What does that even mean? Like, I'm a double blue diamond, I'd like to buy this new Porsche. They don't care. The income is what impacts your family. It's what pays for your children's food, the grocery, the rent, the mortgage. It's what matters. Rank doesn't matter. It's fun. I'm not saying don't go for it. I'm a competitive guy. But this is a real meaningful, just like how the products enter your body and make meaningful change, this Star Bonus is real meaningful income to the real distributors, right? And so we now have the ability to onboard people. Yes, it's for new people, but again, I'm challenging you, even if you're blue, even if you're a diamond, aren't we really all, shouldn't we all sort of treat ourselves like we're new right now? Yes. Right? Be honest with ourselves, right? So that's the Star Bonus and the Rising Star Bonus. There's also what we call a Star Builder